Hi guys, just a little update. Let me put on my glasses so I can see if I'm in frame or not. There are a couple of members that have said I'm not receiving your videos anymore. Well, if you're subscribed to my channel, underneath the video is like a little yellow bell. You have to tap on the bell if you want to get notifications when I upload a video. So, because YouTube has changed several things, and yeah, they won't send out notifications anymore unless you click the bell if you're subscribed. If you aren't subscribed yet, you can click the subscribe button, of course, and come and join me on this channel. The second update is that I'm busy with the herbs and the vegetables, the seeds and stuff like that, because I want to make the videos like the all year around. So I had to get started on first, of course, how to plant and seed, and then from there on I'm taking pictures of the growth, and then outside planting and all that kind of stuff. So I'm working on that. So there's going to be like a all year around video, but it will be posted at the end of the season, after the harvest, and after I show how to extract more seeds. Yeah, so that's like little by little I'm taping that and making pictures and updating that. Another thing is that I've been waiting to buy some beads for the coaster holder. Now that's going to be taking a lot of beads, so I finally got 50 grams of beads, and I hope that will be enough. So I'll be starting with that real soon, so that's going to take a while to finish that video, so that's probably a week or two before that's completely finished. And another thing is that I really want to build a greenhouse because I want to do tomato plants. I also want to make those videos. Unfortunately, there is no money for a greenhouse project. I want to build it myself. I saw a great YouTube video on how they did that, and I think I can do that too. So I'll probably be taping my own progress when I start doing that. I'm hoping that you guys will help fund that project, so you can find a 50% discount on my Etsy patterns. If you care to help me fund and buy a pattern, then that would be great. Or you can, of course, join me on Patreon for at least for a minimum of $1, and then you can get more patterns and more videos. So I'll be leaving the links for that underneath the video, including the coupon code. And what else has been happening? Oh, I've been so busy. I finally was able to buy some fruit trees for a discounted price, 4 for 22 or 23 euros, and normally they're like 22 euros a piece, so I finally bought that, and I just planted those, and it probably won't be fruit on there until next year, but that was pretty cool. I got 4 trees. I got prunes, cherries, apples, and pears, so the only one that I still need is like a peach. And they're like little ones, and you can, I have a picture, hold on. These are the ones, and you can actually, like, they're in jars here, so these are great for balconies also. The reason I'm so hell-bent on making these videos with vegetables and herbs is because I noticed when I grew my own cucumber and I had my first own strawberries that it tastes very, very different from what I buy in the store. The cucumbers were wonderful. They were flavorous. They were so watery. As when I get them from the store, the strawberries are sweet. They're not supposed to taste sour. If you got strawberries that taste sour, there's something wrong with the strawberries. My food is not sprayed. I handpick the bugs out of there. I handpick the snails out of there if I have to, and it's really easy. You can just grow some, for instance, radishes inside the house. They don't need to be pollinated, and so I think it's good for people to know how different vegetables can taste, especially the radishes. Oh my god, you know, when I buy radishes in the store, I remember now, let me start at when my grandmother bought radishes, I remember that I didn't like them because they were so hot, you know, they would burn my tongue. But lately, when you buy radishes in the store, they don't taste like that anymore. And now that I'm growing my own radishes, I get that some of that heat back, and I really enjoy it, by the way. And they're not so watery. So there's something wrong with our foods, people, and I don't know what they're doing to them, but you know, they're just, I guess, watering everything up to make it more heavy and to sell for the weight price instead of giving you a good product. So, you know, even a strawberry plant, you can just have it in the house. It's not that big. It doesn't grow big until like 3 or 4 years after. But strawberries are only good for like 2 years, and then you should, you know, after they give the second year, you should just remove them and put a new strawberry plant in there. And it's all very relatively easy to grow them inside. Except for the big ones, like I did have a cucumber plant in my house last year, but yeah, I really need that greenhouse to now start planting outside, because the room that I had my cucumber in last year is now a bathroom, so it doesn't fit in there anymore. And yeah, I would love to build that greenhouse so I can put my veggies in there. Another reason is the bees. I'm very worried about the bees. If you've been updating yourself on the bees, you know they're dying out. There's something wrong, why they're not returning to their homes, and they just kind of vanish, you know. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. There's different reasons given for that. They go from the crops that's been being sprayed, but I even saw videos where the imkers don't let the bees go anywhere near crops that are sprayed, so they letting them into apple trees that grow naturally, and still they don't return. And there's another theory that it's the cell phones, the towers of the cell phones, the magnetic fields, the waves, the Wi-Fi, and that they get that they lose their way because of all these waves. So just because of that, I'm not going to go on Wi-Fi with my computer, and when I get home I turn my Wi-Fi on my phone off so that the bees aren't bothered by it, if that is indeed the case. But we don't know. But you know, I had a lot of bees last year in my lavender plant, so I'm doing my best to help the bees. Right now I'm trying to regrow some lavender, and I hope to have some more lavender in my front yard. What else is new? Oh, yeah, I'm going to start on that coaster. Did I say that already? I'm going to start on that coaster holder, and I'm first going to make the video for the Patreons. And in case you missed it, my patterns that I made for the book, the Art Deco patterns, are actually being put on Patreon. The book is not going to happen, so if you want to have that book, or if you want to have all those patterns that I made for that book, if you do like the Art Deco, then I suggest you have go over to Patreon, and you can subscribe there for $1 per month, and you will have the patterns, and you will see the video for those patterns, and then you'll have all patterns for, at the end, like $10. The first pattern is going to be taken off of Patreon very soon, so if you still want to have every pattern for that book, then you can go to Patreon. If you missed one pattern, if you join later on, like after the 15th, then I'm going to remove the first video with the first pattern for the book. In case you missed that, you can also pick that up on Etsy. So guys, I hope I updated you enough. Don't forget to click that bell if you're subscribed. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do it. We're going to make the coasters soon. I just want to show you. I just sugared that again, and now it's really hard. It's time to get started for the day and start making that video for Patreon, and then get on that coaster holder. So I see you guys real soon. Bye bye.